Sometimes I wish I could simply walk down the street, and when I reach a dark alley, a hot mommy would come out of nowhere and embrace me with her well-developed muscles. Unfortunately, the only person I meet in dark alleys is my bald uncle. Opening his eyes, sweat coming down his face, Hajime can't face the harsh reality. Tomorrow is his first day as a real adult. He won't be able to spend his entire day reading six-digits books online anymore. His long edging nights will turn into long, overworked nights. More than that, he was taken away from Tokyo all the way to Fukuoka, a place where he knows nobody. Realizing this gloomy mood of his won't let him release all that stress, the boy turns around and decides to head out for some fresh air. Outside, it's dark, but the moon makes the entire city glow slightly. Hajime's decision to go out for a night walk was the perfect one. His mood got way better. As he keeps on walking, he comes across a shady alley. And what does he think would be the right thing to do? He goes down, takes out his phone, and takes photos of the walls in this shady place. Right then, from behind, someone mentions it came out looking pretty good. He did not realize the person by his side was a delicate woman with fierce weapons. When he turns his head, he falls to the ground, observing those huge-ass weapons. And no, I'm not talking about these weapons. I'm talking about these well-defined hug killers. With a huge smile on her face, the boy wonders who she might be. The strong mommy mentions her name is Usagi Takatsuki, just your friendly neighborhood drunk passing through. Looking at the boy, she starts wondering if he is old enough to drink. That turns out not to be the case. This guy is only 22 years old. He must wait one more year before putting that in his mouth. After Hajime starts questioning what the goddess of skull-crushing thighs is doing around here, we are taken to a bar. Turns out she was drinking with a guy who ditched her. Since she was pissed off, the woman decided to cool her head by walking around, and these kind of spots are making her feel relaxed. Looking straight at her face with that 13-year-old expression, Hajime mentions he totally gets it. Taking a walk at night helps him clear his mind. Just looking around at the city lights makes him feel like he is not alone. It's as if he is a mosquito's queen, attracted to the light in the darkness, making him feel comfortable. Not giving a hint of hesitation, Usagi uses her strong arm and smothers the boy closer to her. But instead of feeling soft clouds of tenderness, it feels more like plate armor. The woman feels like the two are on the same wavelength and seems to be really excited about that. The next moment, she mentions Hajime must not have any other plans for tonight, and in that case, with an expression that makes you start questioning the name of this manga, Usagi says she has something for them to do. He could give her a hand in helping blow off some steam. Scared, since the possibilities of what this woman could do to him are limitless, she grabs him by the hand and starts running down the street. And oh God, she really started sweating like crazy. She takes the boy inside a karaoke bar, where she starts singing without any restraints. Once done, the woman lets down the microphone and is about to bring something else closer to her mouth. Another glass of beer. A moment later, the vibe seems to be a little off, since the lady had chosen an anime song that seems to be way older than Hajime. This could be called a generation gap. But damn, the next moment the boy gets jump-scared. He quickly grabs the iPad and starts looking for a song he should sing. He just realized that inside this private room, it's just him and this strong mommy. This is the scenario that happened inside his dreams, but never survived until the end. Super flustered, the boy wonders where he should look. It feels like the entire room is one big pair of pectoral muscles. He even chose a song by mistake, and when it started, he was barely able to sing anything, being way too embarrassed. Thankfully, this woman is not a watcher. She shouts from behind, trying to motivate him, mentioning he should sing from his guts. That dream scenario he was having right now just turned 180 degrees. But that might not really be the case. His thoughts are moving too quickly, because right now, Godzilla comes from behind, grabbing him by the shoulders, wondering if he has stage fright, and tries to make him feel more comfortable by rubbing them. Their moment is stopped when the cashier comes in with the 4 drinks Usagi has ordered. From then on, she goes rogue. Not caring about anything in the world, she grabs the boy and sings with all her might. Later, The woman would like to puff one before leaving, and this guy takes a plastic cigarette and smokes it like a child sucking on candy. After that, the woman wonders what brought the boy out so late at night for a walk. That's when he explains his orientation is tomorrow, and he was feeling a little anxious. He was worried he wouldn't be able to fit into this new place after making such a big move. But then the woman places her hand around his neck and suggests he's talking to her just fine. Regardless, he must not worry too much. When it comes to a job, he doesn't have to force himself to be best buddies with everyone. As long as he's doing his job, he can just cruise through the rest of the day. Just because he's entering the workforce doesn't mean he has to force himself to act like an adult all of a sudden. Furthermore, the woman takes out her phone and gives him her contact information. Since he doesn't know anyone around here, he can count on her whenever he needs to. Usagi will be there when things get rough. Trying to make a cool exit, she tells the boy to take it easy, and they part ways. Soon after, while Hajime looks at the bright moon, believing the woman made him feel way better, noise can be heard from behind. The woman decides to deliver all the beer she had been drinking into a plastic bag. Maybe she's in for an Uber Eats delivery? Turns out it's been a while since she went out and might have overdone it. After acting like such a cool mentor and giving all that advice, making a scene like this might make her look like a loser. Right after that, the woman starts crashing out. She always tries to look cool in front of everyone, just putting up a front, and things go great for a while until they don't. She suddenly becomes a burden. That is why she keeps telling herself she is better off alone. But so lonely. She is not the kind of person who can be all alone. However, there's no excuse for dumping all this on a junior she just met. Right now, she must look like a total disaster. No wonder she got ditched by that guy earlier. Shortly after, as she tries to show a smile, laughing to hide her pain, something coming out of her mouth changes the mood. Looking at her in that state, Hajime changes his opinion about her. She seemed like a positive, upbeat person, but she's actually a total mess. However, the woman only wants to have a good time with someone. Looking at her, wondering what he should do, the boy tries to find a solution, but soon realizes getting involved with her might bring a lot of trouble. Yet, thinking about the time spent together, he makes up his mind. Looking at this woman crying, throwing all those tears on that silky skin of hers, Hajime shouts. If that is the case, she should hang out with him from now on. After all, he was pretty worried about being all alone here too. Therefore, she wants to do that. He would like to be by her side. Right after that, he realizes what he had said might make him seem like a creep. The woman then stands up, moves towards him, and grabs the boy by his hand like a toddler. Her expression changes completely, now all lively, smiling so hard it almost takes your eyes off that well-developed back of hers. She spins Hajime all around, as if she's playing helicopter with an orphan she found on the street. With that being said, she is looking forward to seeing him every day. Oh, fearsome waves of an ocean that never asked to exist, where all this girl's tears had fallen. A hand of hope was placed to grant her peace. With that being said, they waved their hands goodbye. The next day, Hajime's phone is spammed with messages from Usagi, yet he is not replying to any of them. He is still sleeping. Later, when he finally goes to work in the morning, all the newcomers greet their boss. Once the boy raises his eyes from the ground, something shocks him. The person in front of him, with clothes that seem ready to explode at any moment, is Usagi. She is the one in charge of their training. But things might not go that easily from now on. Seeing each other in this place is a shock for both of them. It seems like the woman is the same wild older girl he had met yesterday. Despite managing to play it cool moments ago, things are definitely getting awkward. Right then, the woman approaches him from behind. She had realized the boy is spacing out. Now, while realizing Usagi is strictly business at the moment, Hajime knows he needs to get into the game. Watching him for a while, the woman realizes this boy is fast. His fingers are moving with such dexterity, maybe they could actually pierce that iron-made skin of hers. Next moment, however, Usagi observes another employee and calls him out. Turns out, she's also quick and finished what seemed to be a long working task. She even takes calls, checks on all the colleagues, and keeps up a smile. Observing her, Hajime believes this woman is truly remarkable. No wonder she is the ace of this office. Later, it is lunch break, and the woman sends him a message to meet her on the 15th floor. Opening the door, there she comes, slamming it behind the boy, surrounding him with those solid iron milk producers. With a drop of sweat going down her face, Usagi welcomes the boy to the company. However, she is worried about him, saying something about their encounter yesterday. She panics as if her life depends on it, mentioning that the companies are very strict about all the small stuff. Upon hearing that, Hajime mentions something. If that is the case, maybe they should stop hanging out like this, just the two of them. It would be bad if people got the wrong idea. Next moment, tears start coming out of her eyes. How could he say something like that? Was everything he said the day prior just a lie? Might he actually hate her? That's not the case. Hajime clarifies that just because they are at the office, it doesn't change things. Outside of work is a different story. They could do whatever they want, either in a group or inside a karaoke room, alone, just the two of them, grabbing him by the hand as if he were the messiah of metal cleansing. She wants to know if he would hang out with her today as well. Hearing his confirmation, she starts jumping around, making the entire building shake as if King Kong had appeared. Realizing she lost her cool for a moment, it's time for them to go back and finish their work. Later, once everything was finally done, Hajime seemed exhausted, as if he had just finished his 4th game of Smash Brothers. And in the same vibe, the woman showed a great smile, as if she had just finished her 4th round of Smash Brothers. On their way, the two stopped at a ramen place to regain the proteins they had lost. While having their dinner together, the woman starts wondering what kind of things Hajime does at home. Turns out this guy wanted to train his dexterity so much he started sewing. And yeah, the woman remarks more and more that he must be really good with his hands. When it's Usagi's turn to mention what she's into, she mentions working out. Even when she goes out, it's either the gym or the convenience store. She does not really have any friends, so it's like she has nothing else to do. Upon hearing that, showing off his smile, Hajime mentions she's got him now. They should find new stuff to do together. Pushing out her knight armor in excitement, something cracks and exposes her well-developed clavicular bones. For a moment, she starts tensing up, sweat coming down her face, believing that food went straight to her pectoral muscles. Once Hajime tries to mention it might not be that, but something else instead, the woman suggests, the boy just mentioned he knows how to sew. Could he take care of her buttons and do it right now? Could he sew that button back on her shirt? Turns out this boy is prepared with his needle at all times, because you never know when a lady would need you to sew her buttons back on. Now, with extreme concentration, his eyes not moving from the target, he makes the woman shy. His stare is so intense. Her heart starts beating faster and faster. But it is not that easy. With those huge metal plates in front of him, he is not able to move quickly. Even the scent coming from those well-polished placards makes his mind go fuzzy. Even the position they're sitting in right now is rather weird. If somebody saw them, it could easily be interpreted wrong. However, Hajime starts getting annoyed at the woman not standing still. Moments later, he finally finishes. He gasps in relief, glad he could help. After witnessing the dexterity Hajime possesses, the woman mentions she must do something in return for him. Therefore, she invites him over to her place. Yet this rookie believes he is about to receive his long-awaited training. But it turns out she has cards and all kinds of games. When Hajime mentions those are not that fun with only 2 people, Usagi says it's enough with the jokes. She has something very special waiting for him at her place. Yet, when he wonders what that could be, the woman mentions it's a secret. He should look forward to it tomorrow. This time around, it's her turn to give him the full VIP treatment. Day 2 has come, and everything moves at terrifying speed. Hajime is about to enter a woman's room for the first time. His image of what could be behind that door makes him nervous, expecting to see pink walls, plushies, everything neat and filled with a nice smell of flowers. But good gracious, this room looks like a pig lives in it. Her food, her clothes, her big and long plushies are all thrown around, making even the best burglar run away. Observing all this, Hajime's expression turns dark. Is this really a girl's room? As the woman apologizes for the mess, She mentions he should find a spot to sit down and make himself at home. And Jesus, she's about to give him the pig treatment. Those metal breast covers are about to go down. But Hajime quickly calls her name, wondering what is going on. He asks if this is that special treatment she was speaking about. But no, it is not. She just did that out of habit. Finally, entering another room and changing her clothes, the woman comes out, but it seems like she's still holding her weapons tight. However, she is ready for it. Usagi is going to make a home-cooked meal. But damn, even her sink is full of cigarettes and metal cans. Furthermore, she lights another cigar, ready to make that pile even bigger. Observing there is no other way around with this woman, Hajime is ready to step in. Equipping some toxicity resistance gloves, the boy starts scrubbing and grabbing everything around. Soon, he makes the house look more livable. Even that carrot has never seen this house so clean. Next, Usagi puts a pan on the fire and starts cooking something. But there is something else our boy gets distracted by. Later, the bunny special Chinese combo is served. And surprisingly, it turns out to be good. As everything goes smoothly, Usagi is ready to deliver that special treat she mentioned. She leaves the room for a moment, saying she's going to get it ready. And Hajime's mind starts going crazy, but the special thing she was talking about was not what he expected.